Hello, and welcome to another Conscious Evolution. Today, I want to continue on with my rant about money. If you were here for 2 days ago, I explained in the video how this isn't money, the current US dollar, how this is money, silver, a silver dollar made of silver, and why we've mistaken this for wealth. This is just a means to an end. It's helpful, but it can't get you everything. In fact, you don't need this at all to get what you want. You just have to be imaginative. And today I'm going to talk more about that. First, I guess I'll start talking about how I mistook, I don't know, why I thought I needed this to get things that I want. At a certain point in my life, I had what you would call a spiritual awakening. And at that point in my life, I was still working through things in my mind, and I hadn't figured things out. And I was very much in the mindset of you need this to get what you want. And I'll give you an example. When I had this spiritual awakening, I was so interested in all this metaphysical stuff and crystals. I really liked crystals. And there was this one crystal that I read a lot about called Moldavite. And it's very expensive. This is Moldavite. It's beautiful. It's my favorite color, green. And when you hold it up to the sun's not out yet, but when you hold it up to the sun, it's beautiful. And there's a lot of metaphysical stuff that you can read about and myths, and we don't really know how this got to Earth. It's a tektite. Yeah, I think that's the word. It's not from Earth. It fell to Earth. And so I read a lot about it, and I thought, I need Moldavite to continue my spiritual evolution. It's going to help me. And to get Moldavite, I need this. What I really wanted was to spiritually evolve. That's what I truly wanted. But I got all wrapped up in, I need this to be spiritually involved. And to get this, I needed this. And that's the trap we all live in. Because the only thing that I needed to do to start spiritually evolving was to sit with myself and work through things in my mind, like this right here. Working through what I actually want. I don't want this. I don't want this. That's just all like noise. All I wanted all I needed to do was sit with myself and work through stuff. But then you think about it more, and it's like, I kind of needed this to realize I didn't need this. Because my mind back then was so, I need something to get something else. So it's funny. It's very funny and paradoxical. But here we are. And here I am telling you, you don't need this. You don't need these things to get what you want. But it's up to you to realize that for yourself. Because the world doesn't work through money. That's just a thing humans created. The whole world works on a barter system. Everything. You give something, you get something. The bee goes to the flower, collects some pollen to make honey, but in return, that bee is pollinating other flowers. So the flowers get something, the bee gets something. That's how the whole world works. The trees, their leaves fall to the ground and the leaves turn to dirt. The dirt gives nutrients and stuff to other plants, as well as a substrate for more trees and plants to grow. It's like everything is giving something first and then getting it back. But we think we have to have something to give. We're like trapped in this backwards thing. Another example right now, you have to question what you truly want, because your mind comes up with all these things that you think you want. So I think that next part of our journey after doing this whole travel thing is to find some place to lay down our roots and grow and learn. We want to find a place to settle, basically, and start learning to grow our own food and be part of a community. And that's what we want. That's what we want. But then your mind starts coming up with all these things. Okay, to do that, I need to buy land, because that's the world we live in right now. That's the concept that is standard. Okay, I need to buy land, so then I need money. But you don't need any of those things to get what you actually want. I could find a farmer that needs help. And in return, that farmer could allow us to park our RV. And then, so now I have a place to settle. I have a place to learn how to grow food. I have kind of a community because there's at least a farmer there, and maybe he's teaching me. And no money was involved. This is just, hypothetical in my mind. Or there's communities and eco-villages and stuff I'm sure I could find. the world is a beautiful place. It's a barter system. You give and you get. Another thing I want is to live in a world where people are aware and consciously evolving and thinking through things. Okay, if I want that world, what can I give to the world to get that? I can start consciously evolving. I can start thinking through things, breaking down concepts in my mind that have been given to me, really seeing the world for what it is. And on top of that, I can teach what I'm learning. Right now, I am learning, and at the same time, I'm teaching. We're all learners / teachers. It's actually the same thing. When you zoom out, there's no difference between learning and teaching. Because what I know is that we're all one. And when you zoom out at a certain level, it's the same thing. Learning, you're teaching yourself. And yourself is learning. Beautiful world. When you really, really know how the world works, it's actually so beautiful. Breaking out of the matrix, breaking out of your own matrix that you've created for yourself. Because yes, as a kid, you learn all these things from I'm not going to say the world, I'll say the human world. Things that they've taught you, indoctrinated you into. And you, on a certain level, chose to allow those things to come into your mind. You created your own matrix, and now you have to break free from it. And when I'm saying you, I'm also saying me. See, that's the beautiful thing, is I'm working through these things as I'm talking it out loud. I'm learning, teaching. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say today. Thank you for listening, and